I was just in an argument with Ty Lil at Brand Risk. He said, you want me to do something? I said, don't do nothing. Come back in the car. He gets back in the car. I said, I'll handle it. This is why I think Ty Lil's a backdoor. If anybody need me to provide proof, I'll make the movie and a half. Carrot sucker. And little baby, you suck too, because I really think you behind. So I ain't gonna really get at your weed roller. I get at you. Because I asked you if you wanted to squab, and I told you a location you ain't never showed up the first time. So if you send this and try to be slick with me, you straight up. So all you niggas, little baby fans, y'all gonna either pick a side. Does Akademiks control the culture?
I say, yo, bro, the shit you be saying on the internet, like, that shit be crazy. Like, you be violating, bro. Like, nah, bro, what's his name? Cool, da-da-da.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no, he be violating. Security, the driver. So he already green already. Once the security guard the driver game, you assed out. He ain't gonna do shit.
You know you gotta move tack.
He can't. How are you moving tack and your security guard's your driver? That's not tack.
I mean, shit.
One guard.
Ain't nothing happened to him.
Huh? So boom.
Ain't nothing happened to him.
And he said something, bro, I swear to God, right-handed God. I smacked the shit out of him. Right-handed God, bro. I smacked the shit out of that nigga.
You smacked Akademiks.
Yeah.
It's Focus Connect back in the building. And as we can see, DJ Akademiks is on another one of his epic rants. For a long time in the history of DJ Akademiks, we saw him going in a lot of women. A lot of situations came up to where people were wondering why he wouldn't have the same energy for these men. A while back, I remember when DJ Akademiks was going at Lil Baby saying that his music wasn't hitting the same, and there was some back and forth going on with that situation behind the scenes to where Akademiks is saying that QCP paid him $30,000 to promote Lil Baby's album and to not speak negatively on the project. When I look at that, I see that the same thing Drake is suing for is basically a real practice in the industry. But when I see people like Akademiks talking tough and acting as if he's ready to fight and someone slapped him, he's saying that a guy put hands on him and he told his security to ride up and see who was in the car. And at that point, he still didn't get out of the car and do anything in retaliation to this person putting hands on him. But now he's on the internet talking tough and going at everyone because he's raising the red flags and the suspicion to the police to know what's going on. At the end of that clip that I played, and I cut it a little short, he mentioned things about Lil Baby had a lot of different things done in Atlanta as far as on the street side, as far as on the side of criminality. So when I look at what's going on with these podcasters, with these bloggers, and with these people that get online and perpetuate a certain image, and they have to understand to stay in their lane. Because once you cross certain lines and you start playing in the mud, don't be surprised at the results that you would get. Because see, now you're taking it to the streets in the way you talking about everything. And as we can see, when situations go to the streets, a lot of these guys want to hide behind security and want to talk about everywhere I go, I got my security with me. But when I look at these different situations, if I'm going to speak a certain way, I'm willing to go out here and stand on what I truly believe in, because I'm not going to say anything only for shock value. I'm going to speak on things based on what I feel and what I'm willing to die for. So when I see people like Akademiks, all I see is people that are a walking contradiction. And I'm really surprised that a lot of people stayed attached to DJ Akademiks after he spoke to their young 15-year-old child the way he did. We can see how truly messed up society is when people give people passes for doing things that would destroy other people. So at this point, everyone that's in the industry should really go around Akademiks. A person that is a fan of a person is going to listen to their music regardless, because the average person doesn't even know who Akademiks is when you look at the whole world. Now, when you're talking about hip hop, when you're talking about entertainment, of course, people know because he have had some controversial moments. But at the end of the day, If you create an organic fan base of fans that like you and listen to you and believe in what you stand on, no one can stop that. So the idea that these people are feeling like they need DJ Akademiks, and just like all these different people are going on the concert net, when you go to these people's platform, you're only adding to their platform. Their fans are their fans, so it doesn't always translate into them coming over to being a fan of you. A lot of these different things are just appearances. And the way these people are letting Akademiks feel as if he have a stronghold on the game is a real issue. Because at this point, we're making everything be out of alignment because nothing is organic. We're letting people set up scenarios and run plays and have us entertained rather than us getting truth and reality. There have been many scenarios and many situations where Akademiks have backed down because he's thinking about what damage it could do to his career. But the way you're talking and the way you're acting as if everything you're doing is organic on one hand, and then once the beef kicks off on another hand, you're exposing that you're getting paid to promote certain people. So what are Akademiks' true independent thoughts? It's all about the bag. And it shows us the sheep mentality that our people have, that we're letting someone choreograph the music we listen to. We're letting someone guide us to support music that we may like just because his opinion is indifferent. It's some rappers that if you're a fan of them and you relate to them, no matter if the masses like the song or not, you will relate and gravitate to their music because you can understand what the point of the song is. You can understand the punchlines and you can understand the music. But when we are being stupid enough to be swayed by someone who's sitting in a seat, just because he can be controlled, we have to reevaluate the way we process our thoughts. And we have to become independent free thinkers. Because when we look at everything that goes on the internet, everyone who's aligned, like this Adam 22 fight, when we see what's going on with this Adam 22 fighting from the back, didn't swing, didn't throw a punch at all, and still made enough money to make a $50,000 bet right after that. And he's still getting paid from that little couple of seconds, what if you call it a fight. All of this stuff is plays and manipulation. And when you see all the different people that's lining up with one another, you have to understand that all of these people are in cahoots to control the minds of the non-thinkers. So when I see Akademiks talking tough, when I see Akademiks getting online, going at rappers who he know he would be afraid of if he stepped in those arenas, he's making this stuff public all over the airwaves, alerting the law enforcement. You all have to pay attention to what's really going on and get outside of the game that's being played on you guys. None of these guys are innocent in these situations. Akademiks have many situations where he skated out with his life and he have disrespected people. So once it get to the point where someone actually lays hands on you or you are confronted with the energy that you're putting out in the universe, you can't all of a sudden go to crying wolf. You can't get hit or slapped by someone and you go online talking all this crazy talk, but you didn't automatically retaliate. It isn't supposed to be a question of whether he slapped you or not. If that man swung at you, we supposed to be hearing that Akademiks got into a fight. We're not supposed to be hearing your side of the story, a narrative you creating, and then hearing this guy's side of the story because he swung at you, so that's a slap. He actually tried to cause physical harm to you. You ran and jumped in a car. And now you telling the story as if you in a position to talk tough about the situation. We have to use our head for more than a hair rack because when you antagonize people, you're gonna get the energy that you put out there. So it's not time to tuck your tail when the rubber meets the road. When you faced and you're placed in front of these people who you're disrespecting online, once you finally come out that house and you're met with that same aggression that you're putting down online in real life, it's time to put up or shut up. I'm out.